Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. And today, as you can see in the background and the intro to this video, we're going to be talking about FIFA 17. Just a quick disclaimer before we get into this video. First off, this is FIFA 16 gameplay, so don't think this is FIFA 17 gameplay. This is FIFA 16 gameplay. I'd have loved to recorded some, FIFA 17 gameplay, but sadly due to NDAs and it being a beta and you agree to certain rules, etc., I couldn't record any footage, sadly, for you guys. Second of all, bear in mind everything I'm about to say. It is a beta, so of course it's going to have its problems. A lot of the stuff I'm about to say today, negatively or positively, could be changed come the final game or even the open beta that's going to probably come very soon. So bear that in mind. But with all that being said, the last thing I want to say is this should be the first of two videos today, hopefully. So I hope you enjoy it, guys. But yeah, let's just get into this video. This is not a review or anything. It's just the first impressions. I put a good couple of hours off on it today. Had a lot of time off, so I was absolutely adoring this game. First thing I can say is the Frostbite engine is not a gimmick. It's not. Oh, it's part of the Frostbite engine, just like Battlefield, and it does literally nothing to the game. This game is hands down, I'm going to say it, one of, if not the best looking games on the PS4 in general. The amount of realism in the stadium is incredible. Graphically, the players, the sweat you can see coming off them, it looks realistic. More realistic than I've ever seen a FIFA game look. To be honest with you guys, with the new generation, you see a lot of games, shooters, racing games, etc., really evolve and turn into something really different, a lot more graphically demanding, more beautiful. But really, FIFA hasn't changed much since last gen, in my humble opinion. So to be honest with you guys, yeah, this is the first time I've sat back and been in awe at a FIFA game. I never thought it would happen because I thought that's the last thing they really care about. But honestly, guys, this is beautiful, and I hope you get a chance to play the open beta. It's amazing, in my opinion. The next thing I really liked was the change in the corners. So with the corners in FIFA 17, you're kind of just hitting and hoping. You put it into an area, you hope it gets there. You don't really know where it's going to go. Sometimes it bends in, sometimes it goes out. You don't really have too much control over it. So that's why a lot of the time I kind of pull a man short and pass it to him, because the corners have really no benefit to the team, and I don't really score too many of them in FIFA 16. But in FIFA 17, you have full control of the corners. There's a little gauge sort of on the screen, and you can move it in the box, and you can move it onto players' heads, or you can kind of put it where you want them to run, where you expect them to run. And if you get it right, obviously it's a little bit harder because, again, it's all down to skill and awareness more than let's just hit it in there and hope. But if you get it right, and it has happened to me a few times while I've been playing, honestly, some of the bullet headers you score is incredible. So, yeah, that's what I love. I love the corners. There's a lot of similarities, obviously, in the game. The main thing that I was hoping was changed from FIFA 16 was on Legendary. Now, of course, Legendary is meant to be difficult, but with Legendary, it's almost not difficult, but just so boring. Do you know what I mean? I ain't trying to be harsh, but I love playing on Legendary. I love to play on the hardest difficulty as a bit more of a challenge. Obviously, I'm not an MLG player or anything. I just love playing on the hardest difficulty because FIFA is my game and I play it a lot. So I'm pretty decent at it. Not great, but decent at it. And yeah, it's very boring and it's very slow, and the opponents never really attack, and when they do attack, it's like one shot all game, and they'll just put everyone behind the ball. Um, and that's something I hope they switch. Maybe make legendary, more attacking. It may mean you concede more goals, but it would be a more open game. That would be cool. Uh, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. The next thing, and again, this is more things I don't like, is the free kicks. Um, yeah, the free kicks, they seem to have changed, as you can see, almost ironically there, from Lamella. I'm just kind of smashing it into the area. Obviously, I didn't score them, but I had a little bit more control over that. Whenever I take free kicks now on FIFA 17, or at least in the beta, again, it's all subject to change. But when I take free kicks in that, it kind of just goes either too high or straight into the wall. It's hard to kind of do the free kicks um, as accurate or as efficient as in FIFA 16. So I hope they change it more to FIFA 16 again. And the next thing, and this was a big change, and I'm sure a month, 2 months down the line, I'll love it. But as of now, I'm not liking it, guys, and that is the penalties. Yeah, I don't like what they've done with the penalties. Obviously, like I said, I love what they've done with the corners with the full control, but I do not like what they've done with the penalties. They've sort of made it so you have to aim where you're going, which is fine, but it's really, really loose. Like, it's if you aim to the corner, a lot of the time it will just kick it miles wide of the goal. If you get it on target and you're lucky enough, um, you kind of have to put the perfect amount of power into it, which obviously makes sense. But if you just tap it, it will like roll it into the goal, which you can sometimes score in, but the goalkeepers usually save it. And then if you put just a little bit too much power on, it's miles over the bar. So I think it can work, and that's completely fine if that's how they want to do it. But I feel they need to tighten up the controls, because if I'm aiming and I have full control of that aim, it should be tighter to the goal. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be firing them left, right, miles over, um, all over the place. So that's just my opinion. I think the penalties need a lot more work. I think the free kicks, you learn as you go along. I don't think there's much you can do with the penalties. So I hope they change that before launch. Obviously, there's a few minor things that I had, like bugs and glitches with during the beta. And again, it's a beta, so bear that in mind. But I'm playing just the single player mode. It's not the multiplayer. Um, so they've done some really cool stuff, and I cannot wait for the full game when all the bugs and glitches have gone. So you start your manager mode. If you play career mode, you know how it starts. You just name your manager. But this time, because they're going about trying to make it as personal as possible with like managers. You can see them on the sideline. You've got Mourinho, all the Premier League managers, which is really, really cool. So they've got all the managers there. And you can actually choose the look of your own manager. Now, it's a preset manager, to be fair, but you can actually see your own manager on the sideline, which I thought was amazing. You also have full control of the club, which means you can build up an academy. And if you build up an academy, you get rewards from the board, which is like RP, XP, or whatever you want to call it, which levels you up. So you raise up as a manager. So as you would in career mode, you like a player career mode, you'd go from a lower rated player up to a 90 rated player or whatever. And it's the same thing with this game, but with the manager mode, which has never been done before. You also have control of the club's finances. Like I said, the academy. You've got to get more season ticket holders in, which means winning more games, as well as the objectives with, obviously winning the Premier League or getting in the top four or winning a cup. That's really awesome. Like, I really like what they've done. I've kind of, for, I'd say I've bought FIFA now since FIFA '07. So yeah, 10 years. 10 years. I bought every single FIFA for 10 years. And this has been the career mode structure I've wanted for 10 years. So as you can hear in my voice, I'm over the moon about it. The only problem is, and again, because of the beta or whatever, the stats are all over the goddamn place. So I'm 81 one minute, I'm a 63 the next, and then a 92. It's weird. And my players as well. I'm Tottenham Hotspur, so I started off, and the players were Harry Kane was an 82 rated striker, and I was training him, trying to get him 83, and then suddenly he's a 68. So it's really weird how it dropped. I think that will change obviously when the full game comes out, all that good stuff. But yeah, first impressions of the game, I've gone through a lot of negatives, but that's more to, if very surprising, but if someone was from EA was to watch this, they know what to improve. But to be honest with you guys, I give it 2 thumbs up. I can't really give it a rating out of 10, it's a beta, but honestly, they've added a ton, I'm being honest now, a ton to this career mode side. I don't know about the online. They've added some cool features from what I've seen from Gamescom, but I haven't had first-hand experience with it. But this is the first time I think they've really taken career mode serious. I'm a big career mode guy. I love, you know, creating my player. I love creating my manager, going through the seasons, you know, making your own story. And they finally nailed it. Okay, maybe, you know, in a year or two, they can iron things out and make it a little bit smoother. But they finally added what they needed to add for 10 years minimum to the career mode, which is great. And I take my hats off to them. The gameplay feels fun. It's a little bit different to FIFA 16. A little bit, I'd say, more realistic, which is obviously good, yet hard at the same time. As well as, yeah, I think it's the most beautiful sport. Well, if you don't count racing games, you know, because racing games with the cars and everything like Drive Club, but pure, like, you know, real sports games, there ain't none better than FIFA 17. I can guarantee you that, guys. And I honestly think you will all be blown away when you see it come, whether there's an open beta or September 30th, I believe, is the release date. But again, let me know, guys. Are you interested in FIFA? Are you like me? You're going to get it regardless. But has this put your mind to rest? Were you a little bit worried that the Frostbite engine may have been a gimmick? I was, but I'm so glad I can... you know, I'm not sponsored. I have 126 subscribers, which is fantastic for me. But I'm certainly not a KSI or something. So to be honest with you guys, it is a real improvement graphically. You know, some of the features they added was really needed. And yeah, I really like this game, and I cannot wait for the game. But again, like I said, guys, I'm rambling on. I do apologize, but let me know down below, guys. Are you happy with the changes that I've mentioned to you? Was there any others you're waiting for? Are you not really a career mode guy? You just prefer online? Let me know down below. But as always, guys, this has been M&M Gaming. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll catch you guys in a new video